Dash, dodge, and roll mechanics have all become staples in action games. They provide a way to instantly avoid enemy attacks and to overcome environmental obstacles. But what if a dodge mechanic served more than one purpose? What if it became a way to gain power and turn the tides? I'm Beef, and I'm creating a game called You Will Not Survive, and this is our multi-purpose dodge mechanic. Basic dodge roll will do two things. It will quickly move a player from one point to another, faster than their normal walk speed. It will also create iframes or invincibility frames, which will help you avoid enemy hitboxes. This mechanic has been used in hundreds of games in the action genre, from roguelites to RPGs, and is a staple of some entire genres, like the Dark Souls series. Our dash mechanic in You Will Not Survive works much the same way as all these other roll and dodge mechanics. You move to another spot and you get some iframes to avoid attacks. But we wanted to try to push the dash mechanic beyond pure evasion, so we borrowed a mechanic from one of our favorite shmups, Ikaruga. The core mechanic of Ikaruga is changing what they call polarity. Basically, you're switching between two colors, black and white. Being the same color as bullets allows you to absorb them and charge an ultimate weapon attack. Absorbed bullets don't cause the player any damage. If the player is the opposite color of the enemy, they'll deal twice as much damage to that enemy. But you're at the risk of dying instantly. They also have a score mechanic that pushes the player to pick the right polarity for the situation that they're in so that they can maximize score and clear the stage as fast as possible. Now let's go back to You Will Not Survive. Every time a player dodges, they will change polarity between gold and purple in our game. Much like in Ikaruga, if the player is the opposite color of their enemies, they will deal twice as much damage, but they will also receive twice as much damage. And if the player is the same color as the bullets that are being shot at them, they will absorb those bullets. Absorbing bullets will also charge the player's ultimate weapon, if they have one equipped. The dash becomes not only a defensive mechanic, but also an offensive mechanic. It also creates an interesting risk and reward for the player. Do you want to risk being the opposite color of a boss that could one-shot you if you're the opposite color, but you can take out the boss twice as fast? We're also using a stage-ending ranking mechanic to push players to fight even faster and more cleanly, but we'll get into that in another video. To summarize our multi-purpose dash mechanic, it provides iframes, it moves the player away from harm, it switches the player's polarity between gold and purple, it allows the player to absorb bullets of the same color. When bullets are absorbed, this charges the ultimate weapon of the player, and then being the opposite color will allow the player to deal twice as much damage. It's our belief that this core mechanic will make You Will Not Survive a unique and engaging game within the action roguelike genre. You can play and try out our early prototype on itch.io right now.